Hi everybody and welcome back to Cafe LA Beaver Castle, and welcome back to our series Know Your Coffees, where we're looking at each of the coffees in turn from our coffee shop drinks menu. And of course we've started with the espresso being the foundation of all of our coffee shop drinks really. And today we're going to look at number 4, the cappuccino, which has been a coffee shop staple for many years. And what is a cappuccino? Well, essentially, I know in the last programme we looked at the cafe latte. The cappuccino is very much like a cafe latte, so it's got the double shot of espresso, if you have it here anyway, and then we'll top it up with steamed milk. But the steamed milk for the cappuccino has a bit more texture, just a little bit more froth than the milk for a latte. But that being said, you might remember back in the day, there were many coffee shops that would serve cappuccinos with, you know, you'd have to wade through mountains of foam to get to your coffee, like so much foam you could shave with it. That's a little bit old school now, we don't really do that. So the distinction between a cafe latte and a cappuccino, not too great. But if you fill up a cappuccino, you would see the distinction would be that the milk would almost be domed. You'd see like a domed effect on the cup. So let's look at the history of the cappuccino then. There was a similar sounding drink that was very popular in the Viennese coffee shops of the 1800s, so named after the colour of the robes of the order of the Capuchin monks. Right, so people would add cream to their coffee to get it to that same colour. And over the years, the espresso machine came along. The cappuccino, as we know it, was developed, and that's where the name comes from, allegedly. There's another, not a myth, but another thing you should know about the cappuccino, which is in Italy, it's often said, never a cappuccino after 11 o'clock in the morning. And we're like, why is that? And I've done some research, and it turns out that's because many Italians, especially in southern Italy, are lactose intolerant. So it didn't have a great effect on their sort of digestive system, so they keep it to the morning as a treat. If you're not lactose intolerant, come up and enjoy a cappuccino with us anytime you damn well want, is what we say. And then further, you know, as soon as the espresso machine was popularised, you know, there's references to cappuccino going back decades. There's a 1957 edition of Punch that has the line, we all have a Beano on a cup of cappuccino. So I feel the time is right, Claire, for us to have a Beano right now. What do you think?
Let's party.
Let's do that. And of course, in our shop, just as with our other drinks, a regular cappuccino would be 8 ounces. You can have a large that's 12. Both have that double shot of espresso unless you say otherwise. We can make it with non-dairy milk. An oat milk cappuccino is delicious. We can make it with soya, and if you prefer a skinny cappuccino, you've got it. Just ask us for either skimmed or semi-skimmed milk. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and make the cappuccino. So, as before, we're just going to run some water through the brewing head, get it to the right temperature. Going to grind the coffee for a double shot of espresso. While that's grinding, we'll just pour our milk. There we go. Right then. We're going to tamp the coffee, and as you guys know by now, that's pretty much just to squeeze the air out and just to make the coffee compacted with a nice level bed. We're looking for that level bed of coffee for even extraction of our espresso. Okay, so that's ready to go now. Bless the coffee. Make sure we've got a good seal on the machine. And we're going to pour that shot through. Okay, this should take around 27 seconds. Gives me plenty of time to steam our milk, which will give us a little bit more texture, like I said, than we did with the latte. But without going crazy. Trying to add the texture early on. Stretching the milk. You see the volume of the milk come up in the jug. I'll lock that off at 65 degrees.
26 seconds on the coffee.
Not bad, not bad. Wipe the wand. Purge any old milk out. And now we're just ready to combine our espresso and our milk to make us a cappuccino. You can see it's not that different to the latte really. And there we have it. Pretty much complete. And I'm just going to invite you now, if you wish, you can add some chocolate or cinnamon and we're good to go.